Today I will discuss residual mapping techniques. Residual mapping is considered as one of the important quantitative mapping techniques. Residual mapping is an important analytical technique of areal pattern of data. In context to areal pattern analysis, residual mapping has been used to explain the interrelationship between two variables. When the z-score explains the only one data association and stated about the only one variable. But in the residual mapping, one variable is independent, that is considered as x, and another variable is dependent, that is considered as y. Now the relationship status between x and y is well explained through the residual values that has been analyzed on the basis of the observed and estimated value. The value of residuals may be appeared as positive or negative. Now the calculation procedure. You need to first determine the independent variable and the dependent variables from the following data. That means you need to identify which one is the x variable and which one is the y variable. Now you need to go for calculation. Now calculate the value of x square of individual independent variables. Next you need to do sum all the x square values. Next you need to calculate y square of individual dependent variables. Next you need to do sum of all y square values. Next step, you need to multiply dependent variable with the independent variable, that is x into y, that is the xy value. Now do calculate the x and y individual. To sum all x and y values. Now calculate yc. Yc equals to a plus bx. Now you need to go for calculation of individual a and b. For find out the value of b, you need to go for the following formula, that is summation xy minus n into x mean into y mean divided by summation x square minus n into summation x the whole square. And for calculate a value, you need to go for y mean minus b into x mean. In the final step, you need to calculate y and yc value, that is the expected and observed value. That is the difference between expected and observed value. Now the mapping procedure. In the residual mapping context, you need to calculate the y minus yc value that may be appear as negative or positive in both. So it is better to use continuous line for positive and broken line for negative value through the choroplate. Now the isoline has been generated on the basis of y minus yc value. Choroplate, the color of the choroplate may be in red and color of the isoplate may be in brown. That is the calculation table, calculation and data table for residual mapping. Here area is considered as x and independent variable, and total population is considered as y, that is dependent variable. That is the y minus yc, that is the residual value, that is the residual, and that is the expected. Now the calculation of the residual value, you need to go for first calculate the b value, then the a value, then you can calculate the yc value, that is the a plus bx. Every x variable, every district has its yc individual yc value. Then you need to go for the final stage, that is the residual value calculation, that is the individual y value and minus individual yc value. That is the residual map. You need to go for this mapping, and the title is the residual map, and the subtitle is showing the spatial correspondence between area and total population of West Bengal in the year of 2011. That is the residual index. Here map showing that the spatial relationship of area and population through the residual map of West Bengal. District wise distribution has been shown in this map in the state of West Bengal. In the map, major part of Malda, western part of Murshidabad, eastern part of Birbhum, middle part of Bardhaman, eastern part of Bankura, western part of Hooghly, major part of Howrah and Paschim Medinipur, and Purbo Medinipur is under very well distributed population correspondence with the area. But in the other side, in the northern district of West Bengal and Purulia and western part of Bankura is under negative residual value. The major eastern part districts are under positive residual value. That is the residual value and residual mapping and its description. For further references, further study, you can go through these books.